Hi everyone, I hope you are doing well. I have a very short live that I created and prepared for you guys, and I have a sweet surprise at the end for those that are watching. So it doesn't matter if you are watching live or you will be watching recorded or you will be watching on different channels that this video may show up. For you, there is a sweet surprise at the end, so stay till the end. Make sure you will get that information. I would love to share today about superfoods, and superfoods typically are recalled as greens, and I agree, they are more greens than any other food. There's a superfood, but there are different other colors too, and you will be pretty much surprised how these other colors are helpful are especially with the sweets. So let's concentrate on this superfoods. Number one, very important information that green vegetables are just not common, not typical stuff that modern diet is implementing. And this is what is not in typical plate. Not everybody is knowing about it, eating it, using it, but learning to incorporate the green vegetables, especially dark leafy greens vegetables, into your diet. They will be simply essential for your healthy body and immune system. You will be surprised how essential they are, how much they help, and with how many different things they are helping. So when you are nourishing your body with greens, you are going to very naturally, that's just a natural process, that you will be able to crowd out the food that makes you sick. And this is what I often talk to people. Like we are eating so many different not healthy food that we are addictive to this food, and it's really hard to stop. Not only that food makes us sick, it's just simply hard to stop it, simply hard to drop and stop just eating them. So greens, especially dark leafy greens, helps with that, helps to just switch, makes the switch, but you gotta learn how to use those greens. They help you strengthen your body. They regulate blood and respiratory system. It's huge. Leafy greens, vegetables, leafy greens are very high in alkaline. They are alkaline foods. So this is very helpful with elimination, the pollution off of our body. And we were talking about toxins already. So this is what really green food, green dark leafy greens will help you accomplish as well. So naturally, exposed, we are everywhere exposed to dark leafy greens. They are high in calcium, magnesium, iron, potassium, vitamin A, K, and C. They are loaded with fiber, folate, chlorophyll, probably no surprise because of the color, and many other micronutrients and phytochemicals that our body simply needs. It's very suggested to go and choose organics, recommendation for organic green leafy. But even though you will be eating just not organic, but you will be eating a lot of greens, that's still going to be very beneficial for your body. So what the dark leafy greens can do for you. There are proven benefits for consumptions of that leafy greens. There's a lot of research for blood purification, cancer prevention, improving circulation, strengthening immune system. They are promoting the healthy intestinal flora. I so apologize for today, my tongue not being able to pronunciate some words. Improved, of course, work of liver, gallbladder. I don't have that one already, and maybe some is in the same place like I am, but it's still important to eat the green leafy. And kidney functions. They are cleansing, they are cleaning your congestion. So when you feel like, especially the lungs or mucus, they are simply reducing that problem. If you hear somebody scratching this door and making a huge noise, it's my dog. I'm not allow her here because she's barking. She's not listening today. She can stay over there, and after life she will get in. So there is a huge variety of leafy greens, and I will give you tons of different ideas. Plus, like some are easier to even get. When I was reading this and making that list, I can tell you I didn't eat all of them yet. So it's like dark and Isla, go away. So dark and very leafy are broccoli, and that are very easy and very popular with kids and adults pretty much like. I think I need to let her in, guys, because this dog is just not going allow me to work on this live. Just give me a second if you will, because this is just not gonna work. She's gonna scream and yell and do everything possible. Yeah, she's not gonna allow me to just work. So if you allow me, I will just open the door and she will get in. Ayla, you are not acting nice. Yeah, she just found another bone and she will be fine squeezing a bone by my side. So there are also with the dark and leafy are bok choy, napa cabbage, kale, collards, water greens, mustard greens. There are broccoli, robe. I like those too. And dandelion greens. I didn't eat that yet in my life. Possibly I will. Wild greens are like green cabbage, and this is great in cooking. It's amazing in cooking. Raw, or you can have a sauerkraut. So this is something that is really helping you in, collecting a healthy gut flora. Sour stuff, sauerkraut, it's really helpful with that. Arugula, I love arugula. I don't know about you guys, but I love it. Chicory, lettuce, mesclun, I never ate that one. Wild greens generally eaten are raw, but you can also enjoy them with different creative ways, like even combining them, because there are really wild leaves, and just eating them separately probably will be a very strange flavor. And that's about it about the various of greens. There is one, maybe more, but I will be mentioning about one that is very important and very surprising for people eating a lot of greens, or concentrating on eating a more vegetable diet, like even switching from meat eater to vegan diets. So that's kale, guys. It wasn't on the other list at all because it's very, very specific. Kale is helping people in switching from beef to vegetable lifestyle. So it's like really nourishing. It's really very holds our body full, and it's really, really helpful when we are adding it to our plates, or even, you know, every single meal. So like salads, and especially for people who love beef. So that kale is just helping to eat less meat and switch to greens and more and more. It's a concept. I read about it, and I can tell you that it was really interesting to read about that, but it's very bio-individual. Some people are saying that it's easier, some are just saying that it's not for them. So it's very bio-individual, but on the other hand, the sustainability that I think we are all looking for, the leafy greens like kale, collards, spinach, broccoli, all those are very low in carbon footprint, and that is very safe and very low food cost. Bye, kochanie, bye. We got a visitor. Greens are also very anti-inflammatory foods. So maybe you heard, maybe you don't, but it's also bio-individual very much, that meat sometimes becomes very inflammatory for some organisms, for some people. And dark leafy greens, they simply have help the reduction of inflammation. It's because of the conditions, how they work in our body. So it's a beta carotene, vitamin C, and flavonoids that they are lowering the inflammation. They are very powerful in anti-inflammatory agents found in vegetables. Vegetables, not only greens, most of them, but greens very much, like kale, which I have this on the plate right now. It's high, very high in fiber. And you probably heard that fiber helps you maintain the bowel regularity. It's a good point, it's a good information, and it's true with so many to be equally important in your body, like water intake, you know, level of your magnesium. When you are getting into eating greens and a lot of veggies with fiber, how are you standing with your bowel movement? So where are you today with this? And when you incorporate the fiber or kale or greens, you need to watch your body if you are getting better or maybe you're getting worse. Ayla! My goodness, these bones. And kale and many leafy greens are very high in health problems. They are, honest to goodness, prevent from every single health problem you can imagine, and that's proven in many testing. So great sources: kale, avocado, broccoli, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, and carrots. So some, not all of the veggies, but some are very high also in iron. And typically people will say that iron isn't the place to look in the plant-based diet, but that's not true. Vegetables are providing non-heme iron, which is higher in our possibility on absorption than iron from animal sources. So that's the big difference. Then heme iron comes, it's just increased with, you know, bio-individuality. We are not meat eaters, but the non-Hain iron. It's very easy absorbed by every single body, every single person, and that is coming from veggies. So those veggies still very packed with iron. Not everybody can eat them. I'm not saying they are all for everybody. It's very bio-individual, but soybeans, lentils, spinach, Swiss chard, turnips, the greens, they are very high in percentage in iron per serving. So it boosts your absorption for non-hamey iron, and you can even make it better if you add into the mix of eating veggies that are high with vitamin C, or you can simply have vitamin C supplementation. And then if you need that iron to be really absorbed from veggies, just make sure you have a lot of vitamin C in your veggies or in your supplementation. Calcium comes from veggies too, and that's typically a big fight, because many people will just say that calcium comes from milk, but it's not a main source, and it's not the source that is easy absorbed by our body into the bones. So something like osteoporosis is just common, but it's not normal, and I don't want you to buy into it. I am coming into the age that osteoporosis is in a high in percentage in women. You don't have to have it, and you can find that not only with the food you eat and the calcium you gain, but also connecting good supplementation and exercise that I was probably mentioning in some other lives, or I will be mentioning sometime for sure. So the vegetables that are high in calcium keeps you strong, and those are collards, cabbage, bok choy, and kale. This kale just is heavy on everything. And there is one more about the kale that typically it's very important, and I was mentioning about omegas, so essential fats that we need. So omega-3, omega-6, that typically people will say fish oil, eating fatty fish, but kale has it a lot. So like a serving of kale, like 121 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids and 92 milligrams of omega-6 fatty acids. So it's a lot. It's really, really huge if you implement kale on a daily basis. And the last thing I want to share with you guys is something that everybody's struggling with, me included, and that's a sweet tooth. So Superfoods, that the life I wanted to share with you today, is not only about greens, because those are not exactly sweet, but as I said at the beginning, if you implement greens to your lifestyle, to your way of eating, more veggies in those dark greens colors, it will be a lot easier to eliminate every single food that you are eating and it's making you sick. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying this is going to be quick, but it's going to help your body big time. So going to the sweet tooth that everybody is depending on, and we are simply addictive to processed sugar and naturally sweetened food, or even daily sweet consumptions. The typical sweet tooth is just with every single person. I don't know, I hear and I know myself that I am already less in sugar intake for sure, and sometimes only the days that I know why I am craving sweet, but typically I don't have cravings that will, I go shopping and I eat a bar while shopping. So sweet vegetables are very energizing, and they are helping your mind. These vegetables are roots, so they are also helping us and taking the energy from grounding. It's a different space. Ayla, can you stop already? This is a different space and different place that I'm coming from for this information, but probably like grounding and minding, it's something that you already heard, and switching to these kind of veggies will be something that will pick your interest, maybe just for these reasons. So adding sweet vegetables help you crowd out the food that is not healthy that is in your diet. Bye-bye, Ayla. So this is what's happening when you have a dog and she knows how to open the door only one direction from the outside. She has no idea. So it's a very simple way to cook them. They are very sensitive on your sweet tooth when they are just lightly cooked. And the preparation is simply minimal. They are very minimal to prepare. And the surprise that I want to share with you guys is a little recipe. So I have a recipe for any kind of sweet vegetables, and it's really like a very simple recipe, but also something that you can have and prepare and keep, in the fridge and have it anytime you are just craving the sweet tooth, simply said. So sweet vegetables, which are those? And they're like 3 different types. The sweetest you can ever have when they are lightly cooked are beets, carrots, onion, sweet potato, which I love, winter squash, and yams. I love yams too. Those are the sweet potato and yams are my favorite. The semi-sweet are parsnip, root bargains. I never ate that. I have no idea what that is. And parsnip. There are others. There are not exactly sweet when you will think about them, but when you are eating them, they are maintaining blood sugar levels, they reduce sweet cravings, and they help you break down animal food in your body. So they are very helpful in digestion process, which are burdock, daikon, green cabbage, and red radish. I love red radish. So the last thing I have is a sweet, for sweet sensation, for sweet tooth recipe, which is vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, and dairy-free. So whoever is watching this live, you can message me via Messenger, via Instagram, via even from YouTube. I will be posting this video. So wherever you are seeing live or you are seeing the recorded, send me a quick message. I will send you a picture of the one-page recipe that it will be something that you can prepare like 1-2 and it's done for your sweet tooth using veggies. So thank you so much for watching. It was a quick live about superfood, mainly greens, but I wanted to add something for the sweet tooth that it's a heavy problem. It's a huge problem and everybody's pretty much addicted to any kind of sweets. Thank you so much for watching. I'm waiting for you if you are interested in the recipe. So message me, we'll talk then, and see you on the next one. Bye.